Welcome back to NASCAR Heat 5. What you're going to see right now is the fact that we're in the playoffs. This video was supposed to be Wednesday or Tuesday's video, but instead it is Saturday or Sunday's video. It's 6:49 on Saturday p.m., so I'm probably not going to get this out today. However, I will still get it out this weekend, so you're watching it either really late tonight on Saturday or you're watching it tomorrow on Sunday. Regardless, I've got some news for you. We DNF'd, so I'm going to do the cut showing the positions in both of those right now. Matt Kenseth wins the race. Cole Custer comes in second. David Schildhouse top three. Don't think that was enough, though. He comes in. Nice race. Bryce Egan, fourth place. I think he's in on points. Lane Timbergen, he is in. That rounds out your top five. Matt Malone was sixth. Jeremiah Graham, ninth. Max Cost, 10th. Taylor Carpenter, 11th. John Perez, 12th. Eliza Bethel, 15th. Matthias Espinoza, 18th. Michael Chavez, 19th. Bradshaw Stout, 20th. Gary Norton, 21st. Parker Smith, 23rd. Timothy Mathis, 24th. Casey Kane, 30th, and AJ Hale, 35th. Taking a look at your playoff grid, we came in first. Eliza Bethel came in second. Lane Timbergen came in third. Max Cost, fourth. John Perez, fifth. Matt Malone, sixth. Austin Hill came in seventh. Bryce Egan, eighth. Sam Mayer currently on the outside looking in, but on the inside, I should say that, on the inside looking out. Matt Kenseth, 10th. Brendan Poole, 11th. Ryan Ellis, 12th. So, unfortunately, not making it on points. Michael Chavez and Gary Norton did not end up getting into the playoffs. And now that you've seen what's happened with Darlington and Richmond, we move on. We are in the playoffs. We finished the season with 2 DNFs. We've gone over the playoff standings. To those of you who made it, congratulations. To those of you who didn't, we have at least one more season to go. Having said all that, we've got Bristol as our first race of the postseason, and it is a great track for us. We love it here. We are usually a top 3 car, so I'd like to go out there and replicate that right now. We're going to select our short track car. We have one that is ready. We're going to go out here and knock out 150 laps at Bristol. It all begins with qualifying, so that's when you'll see me next. I knocked out a quick 5 laps. We hit the goal time right away because it's just 15th place. The actual time we want to hit is a 15.9. I mean, we've hit better than that before on this track, but I just don't think that's going to happen right now. We'll find out. Oh, no, I accidentally skipped qualifying. That sucks. I guess I wasn't really paying attention. I don't know. Whatever. Well, we're starting in the back. Little pre-race information for you. Timothy Mathis is drafting buddies, which is weird because I turned that off. Taylor Carpenter's our friend. That's good. Bryce Egan, pole winner. He's in the playoffs, so that's a big deal for him. All right.
Green, driver. Be ready.
I got to go from the back, so we're going to drop back here. Because I wanted to be on the inside. Way to start. Way to start as a my playoff run in the back because I'm stupid.
Still there? You got room.
I know I'm not talking a lot. Hard to talk when you're at the back trying to make your way through a crowd. But we'll figure it out. We got Junior in front of us. We've yet to see any playoff drivers around us, so that'll be interesting. Wow, I got on the brakes to avoid Junior, and we almost lost it completely. That was almost not great. We're all right, though. Get back on the gas. Earlier, I mean, I can do stuff out on the high side here, but there's both these lanes are taken up, and I'm not going third lane on this. Good news, 150 laps, and we've got a lot of time to figure it out, but...
Still there.
And we're so far back that if there's a caution midway through this or something, we could do something like... We could do something like pit now and then kind of get off schedule and see if that helps us get up to the front and stay up there. Egan's half a lap in front of us right now, though, and that's not good. I need to get around these cars. I need to put down some effort to get around them. I just can't. Now there's 3 lanes. See, we're getting a massive run off. We're faster than all of these cars back here.
Still there.
All right, let's do it and see what we can do. Little contact with Jeffrey Earnhardt. Put us into the wall. Contact bounced us up into the wall, I should say. Oh, yeah, we got very loose there. Gonna get around Austin Hill. Not without hitting the wall again. Dang. All right, now it's just a single lane for a little bit. We can move. We just need to be up here. To get around him, we need, like, I need Junior to fall in and not be on the... Either that or open up the lane for us.
All right, you're clear there.
Oh, here comes the challenge.
Keep it up now. That was your best lap ever.
Oh, that was my best lap now, not ever. I've been in the 15s before, I thought. Could have sworn I'd been in the 15s.
Got a car load now.
I was fine, and then Junior jolted down in front of me. That sucked.
Careful. Still there.
I used Junior to avoid cost. Bethel is a playoff driver, so we pass her.
All right, you're clear there. Top 3, use it if you need it.
Ooh.
You got room, you're clear there.
Little contact with Matt Kenseth. He's a playoff driver. And thankfully we were able to get around him without any more incident. As we catch the next pack.
Stay high up here.
But what do I do, you know? They're all side by side up here. We got to figure this out. And make our way through everyone.
You got room, you're clear. Still there.
Well, that didn't go well. I gassed it off and we just got tight. Got tight on exit. Put us up into the wall again. It's short track, so it's not like we're messing up our arrow or anything, but...
Careful, still there.
All right, we did all right there.
Careful, still there. Hold your line, got one inside.
All right. Oh, come on.
Inside.
Oh, we're ready to go, but we get to drive off. That's a big deal for us.
Hold your line, got one inside.
Looks like Tibergen is following us around the outside, which is good for him.
Careful, still there.
There we go. I mean, it's working.
Got one down low now.
Oh, is it clear now? No, okay. Matt's there.
Inside.
Can I do something to get around them on the high side again?
Careful.
I didn't really get a good angle there, so I didn't really want to force it. There we go.
Inside,
if I can get to his fender, that's going to hold him in. There we go.
Careful. Still there.
Jeremiah Graham. Could have been in the playoffs. Might very well make it next year. All he needs is that one victory. Woo! We got around him. All right. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that was to get us up to third place. I was just excited to get out of the pack so I can not be passed by Egan.
Halfway of this lap.
Wow, that was a lot. That was a lot, but I mean, at most, we just had a little rub contact, nothing banging on anybody or anything. We were pretty cautious going around the outside right there. And this is on Legend difficulty, you know.
Laps to go.
And it's pretty great that we've been able to... I mean, we had a fast car, we knew it. We were dang near going to be able to get the pole for once, which is what I was so excited about. I was like, holy crap, we could get pole position, and that would be amazing. And then all of a sudden, it didn't happen because I skipped it like an idiot. Timothy Mathis running in second place. I mean, it's going to be third after I catch him, but it's a great race for the new driver of the 71. Well, we are more than halfway through stage 1, so let's speed things up while we work to get through the end of stage 1, catching up to Timothy Mathis and maybe even Bryce Egan.
You got room. You're clear.
And see if we can't take the win. We'll be back on the mic with you as this stage comes to a close.
Tower is called a caution.
Well, that's not the end of the stage yet, but we made it around Timothy Mathis, so we're starting the outside row, hopefully with worn out tires. This is always a long run setup. We'll be able to drive away from Egan, and this is our track. So that's how I feel about that. All right, speeding things back up, back at the end of stage number 1.
You took that stage. Good job.
Big win in stage number 1. Had we not gotten up to the front, we would have pit there. Gotten things off schedule.
Keep your head on straight.
Seeing if we could make it work.
Ready now. Car high, careful. You're all clear up top.
Ah. Ooh, that was close to being dangerous for me. I was kind of you can get onto the apron, but you can't get on the gas going around the corner on the apron. It'll swoosh your car right around. But here, Timothy Mathis has passed Bryce Egan. Oh, they're battling it out side by side behind me. I can see him in the mirror. About the only action I can see right now. We do have a car that appears to be out of the race. I don't know who it is yet. We'll take a look as we're going past. That is Matt Kenseth. Playoff driver, playoff implications. As he's going to get a DNF, potentially going to be out of the playoffs after just one race. It's hard to come back from a DNF. You almost have to win to get in to the next round. Timothy has now taken a complete lead over, and he's running that outside line, which is interesting, but he took a complete lead over Bryce Egan, who has now dropped back to 5th place. And the reason why I talk about Egan so much, he is the closest playoff driver to us. We love starting the playoffs at Bristol, obviously because we end up little wall. Because it's one of our best tracks that we run on. We run consistently well here. It used to be that we ran really well here because we were able to kind of scam it. Cars would get caught up when they were lapping other cars, but now that everyone's so equal, it takes a lot longer to get to that. And because I put that mod in that they'll jump to the high line, it's not that anymore. We're just good. We pit. Couple cars jumped up front, including Matthias Espinoza, assumed that he had pit
Coming to the green.
under the initial caution.
Almost ready.
Bradshaw
Green flag,
Stout,
green flag.
he was one of them that shows he has done that a couple times now where he's opted not to pit, or like he pit off schedule and got decent finishes because of it. Wow, big contact for us in the wall. Just trying to squeeze it around Stout there. Did not work. As we'll pass Espinoza before the line.
Clear low.
Drop back down. And we'll start to drive away, hopefully. And actually, because we are faster than those drivers, kind of hoping it's going to change how it goes for these other cars. Lane Tivergen, he is now up to 5th. Good for him. And now our closest or highest rated driver, playoff driver, I mean. Showing up on the relative right now is Bryce Egan. I don't know where he is at. Everything got kind of mixed up because of the caution and the pit strategy for others and things like that. We'll see how it all turns out. Josh Berry maintaining his own. David Schildhouse just shy of the playoffs. He's up there in the top 5 now. Obviously still racing for pride, even if you're not in the playoffs. Here comes Bryce Egan. He jumps around Schildhouse, getting him up into 4th place. He and Lane Tivergen. Now we've got 3 playoff drivers in the top 5. It's a big deal. As we aren't even a second in front of Josh Berry, who opted not to pit. He must have pit right before, or he must have pit at the initial end of stage, because his tires are not worn. Or we would have driven past him by far. There we go. About to be that. Yeah, there it is. I was like waiting for us to get a second in front of Josh Berry, and now we are. Got about 2 laps left under green, and then we'll jump over to a speed up and be back at the end of the stage 2 before we enter the final stage. And oh my goodness, after 2 race DNF, which happens, we are in a position to actually maybe finish a race. Now, don't get it twisted. We have a lot of race to go, so I can't just say that that's what's going to happen.
We got 20 more laps.
Starting to see a couple drivers. That's Tommy Joe Martins, who I cannot modify, so he is... That gives you an idea, though. Tommy Joe was not a lacking driver before I did the settings for the other drivers. So, and this is legend difficulty. He would have been up probably mid-pack, upper mid-pack, and he is running dead last in all of these races now because of how high up I have all the other drivers rated. So, I'm not just playing it on legend difficulty, folks. I'm playing it on legend difficulty with an asterisk that all these drivers are also completely freaking dominant in general. And here we go, catching up to Tommy Joe Martins. We've got Parker Smith back here.
Careful. Still there. Clear low, bud.
Yeah, Josh Berry had actually caught up to us. I see a big pack up there. Obviously, I don't want to start anything with... I don't want to run into Parker Smith. I don't want to have any issues with any drivers on the track.
Careful.
So
Still there.
we'll take our time to get around, and even if that meant Josh Berry caught up to us a little bit. 4 of the 5 top drivers in this race are in the playoffs right now. So we got a tight one brewing as we continue on. You could be looking at your final 4 right here based on this race. Not to say that's how it's going to pan out, but all 4 of these drivers are definitely heavy prospects. Crazy to see we're coming around, and I see a playoff driver in Eliza Bethel. She's kind of far back. Looks like she just got caught up here. AJ Hale up there with her. I know he's not a playoff driver, but he originally had set his driver up to be specifically a short track driver, so we've caught this group. Bradshaw Stout kind of holding him back. I'm gonna I don't know what I'm going to do. Figure out what I can do.
Stay high up there.
Jump to the outside. I don't know. I can't. I'm not going to do that quite yet.
Stay high up here.
If I can get to his fender. There we go. Kept it off the wall.
Inside.
It's very... Oof, can't get on the brakes to avoid AJ Hale there.
10 to go.
Let's get
Careful,
to his
still
fender
there.
so he can't... The whole
Got
thing
one
is just
peeking
that they don't
inside.
fade up into us. There's mild contact there. More or less, we got bounced into the wall, but we're fine. We got around the group. That's what matters to me because that
Still
should
there.
hold up the other drivers. We'll see how it goes, but that was a hard group to get around. I don't know if they're that aggressive. Oh, I did it again. I forgot to speed things up. Oh, well, we'll start the third stage with a big speed up because I want to be able to be on the mic for the second half of stage 3. Bryce Egan has made his way around Josh Berry.
Careful.
We're
Still
actually
there.
going to jump to the inside here and see if we can just hang out here. No contact. We don't have to even
Careful,
fire
still
off
there.
hard. We just have to roll the corner. I knew that Gary Norton was there, but I also knew I could get on the inside of Hemrick, which we did.
High, careful.
Sammy Smith looked and then saw us there, thought better of it. Good for him. Smart move.
Stay on the bottom here.
Daniel Hemrick hanging with us now, wants to follow us through this hole that we're about to create, I
Car
bet.
outside. Car outside. Hold
Yeah,
the
he
line.
does. Smart. Smart for him. To be aggressive that way. Those are the things with that mod that I've noticed. Like, before, they'd just kind of fall in. He would have fallen in behind Sheldon Creed, but instead he dove it in to keep behind us. And with this opening up for him, he's going to be able to get out of this crowd, and that's going to really be big for Hemrick. Could give him a bunch of positions,
Got it, you're
actually,
clear there.
once he gets around this crowd. Oliveira, smart decision to stay in the middle and let the leader get through.
Just a couple more turns.
We've only got 2 more laps to go, and we've only got a 5-second lead over the crowd. So still a lot tighter than it's been. Previous races where we've been able to pretty much lap absolutely everybody. But
got 1 to go.
yeah, they're caught up there now, I can tell. Tibergen made his way into second place. They're getting shuffled around, but 4 of the top 5 are still playoff drivers. And we're going to go ahead and follow through the stripe
You took that stage.
for
Good
another
job.
victory. As it should be. Went ahead and fueled it up. David Schildhouse gets back in the top 5. Max Koss, playoff driver, made his way up to the top 5 with that pit stop.
Keep your head on straight. Be ready here. Got 1 outside.
We got Ryan Ellis, playoff driver, right on the outside of us. As we go into turn number 1 and 2, and of course we're on absolutely fresh tires, so we can just drive this thing as hard as possible. Yeah, just that's how it is. I said I was going to do a speed up. We're going to speed things up. I'll let you, you'll see when we come back. I don't know. This is all live. We'll figure it out. 30
Careful,
laps
still
left
there.
in the race. As you can see, we've got a
You got
comfortable
room, you're clear
lead.
there.
We got around, we gave, I can't remember who it was, a little boop in before the turn or coming off the turn, whatever. And by the time we got into the next set of turns, they've got a little sideways and we ran around them on the inside.
Still there.
Well, we'll see if that ends up having repercussions at the end of the
You
race.
got room, you're clear.
But as it stands right now, we're just cruising. Josh Berry, though, he's done a nice job of staying up in the top 5 today. Max Cost, Bryce Egan, 2 custom drivers, both in the playoffs, both up in the top 5. Good for them. I'm not really sure what happened to Ryan Ellis. We'll obviously take a look at that at the end of the race, or if there is a caution before the end of the race. Got Bradshaw Stout in front of us. He's a couple laps down. We've got David Schildhouse in front of us. This would put him 1 lap down, I believe. Matt Malone in front of him. He is in the playoffs.
Still there.
We'll have to see how that turns out for him. Bristol is good for us and not great for the rest of the drivers, so oh well there. It's funny, though, this whole race, I think we've only hit, we got to 15.8 or something like that, and that was somewhere near pole qualifying time, and you say to yourself, what's up with these cars if we only were able to hit pole qualifying time 1 time? I mean, I'd assume them they'd be
Stay on the bottom
a
here.
little bit faster than they've been. We are very dominant in this
You got
race.
room, you're clear there.
Schildhouse sees the leader coming around, takes the high side like he should, and he knows he should.
Top 3.
That's
easy
proper
lead.
etiquette. So many of these other guys don't do that. This is the pack that has the leaders in it, so we get around this, we'll have everyone a lap down. It's another
Got
broken
one outside
track,
now.
but we take advantage of this one where we weren't able to take advantage at Richmond. And honestly, if I could fix it, I
Careful,
would.
still there.
I thought that the mod was going to help it. But if they get stuck on the inside, there's just nowhere for them to go. They don't make the aggressive moves to get themselves
Got one outside
around
now.
or poke their noses in. I could help them. But as it stands right now, I mean, they're all basically a lap back.
Inside.
Whoa, Schildhouse decides, forget about it, and makes the dive inside of us. Not really a great move by him. Now we're going to be 3 wide here. What? I didn't even turn the car. I swear I didn't turn the car. Well, everyone will be stacked back up. That wasn't fun. Carpenter back on the lead lap. Ellis in 9th. He's a playoff driver. Tibergen, Egan, Cost, they're all up
You're
here.
coming to the green. Almost ready. Car outside.
Is that
Hold
wrong
on.
pit? Oh, I was going to say, is that wrong pit lane warning going to stay there? I hope not. Well, you know, that was a crappy spin out, but we had such a huge lead that it actually saved about 10 drivers from me having the whole pack a lap down. Now there's just 17 to go in the race. We've got our right rear is at 50%, now probably below the 50% mark. So we're obviously not nearly as strong as we were earlier. But nobody else is either. As you can see, we're driving away from them fairly quickly. I thought about pitting just because it would have put everybody back on the lead lap with a wave around. And then we just would have been set up behind some of the drivers. But I was like, no. I don't want to screw myself before the end of the race. We want to get to round number 2. We are trying to get a championship here. We've got to get 2 championships in the Xfinity series. And if we get it this year and next year, we can go full focus on the Cup Series next year and going forward. And then, well, depending on how long that all goes and takes, start to get ready for new games that are coming out or some games that are already out. And what we're going to do from that point, I don't really know. I am creating, I forgot to do it last week, I meant to, but I am creating a, what is it even called in YouTube? Because subscribing in YouTube is free. A membership thing? It's cheap. It's like, there's 3 versions. But I'm going to do membership-specific polls. That, I mean, there will be general polls as well for things, but like little intricate things. I'm going to do membership-specific polls. I'm going to do certain streams if people are interested in like doing a Wreckfest stream with me or something where we all get together and just beat the crap out of each other in Wreckfest or something like that, you know, just some fun stuff. So look for that to come up in the near future. I meant to do it last week, and like I said, I was busy. That's why I didn't get this video in, because I was so busy with my last week.
Keep digging. 10 to go.
So I do what I can for free. Well, we are cruising around this one, and it is going quite well overall.
Yellow's out.
As the
back
caution
her down.
comes out, that's going to drop us to probably 5 to go. Stack us all back up. We got Dale Jr. behind us, Ryan Truex, Josh Berry, your first subscriber, subscriber driver is Max Cost. Bryce Egan right behind him, though.
Green flag.
What do we got left in the race?
All right,
6 to
clear
go.
outside.
Couple random cautions. It did not, well, ours was one of them. But the other cautions have not only produced one car has been knocked out of this, and that was Matt Kenseth. And that does definitely have playoff implications for him.
5 to go, driver.
He should be dropping to the bottom of the playoff list after this one. And if we're able to come out with the victory here, that it guarantees ourselves an advancement to the next stage. Or not stage, the next round of 8. Then we just have to do well in one of those races to get to the round of 4. And then the championship. Or does it go round of 8 and then championship? I don't know. But what I do know is that with very few laps left, we have almost a second lead over second place. Max Cost and Bryce Egan both in 4th and 5th, so that should move them up quite a bit in the playoff standings, which we will be checking out after every race. Because obviously, especially on this track with so much separation between the drivers, it's all going to change. And next year, don't expect these same drivers to be your top-tier drivers because of how many people have now balanced that out by being top-tier as well. So it should be interesting to see how all of this turns out in the next, and I'm going to say hopefully, final season. I'm also probably going to change our championship. I'm going to rotate our championship.
Good driver.
We'll talk about that more as we get closer. This year we'll do it at Phoenix, but going forward we're going to change it. 105 rating. Let's burn it down. There's a bad camera angle, but maybe not. There we go. Can I put it right up against the wall and do it? Yes, I can. Burn it down for the crowd. That's a lot of fun right there. Just light it up. That was super fun. Oh, yeah, we blew the engine. I love it. Top 5 in the race. Savoy, Earnhardt Jr., Truex, Cost, and Egan. Ryan Ellis, playoff driver, 6th. David Schildhouse comes in 8th. Tibergen, playoff driver, 9th. Taylor Carpenter, 10th. Espinoza, 11th. Michael Chavez, 14th. Timothy Mathis, 15th. John Perez, 17th. Jeremiah Graham, 20th. Gary Norton, 22nd. AJ Hale, 25th. Casey Kane, 26th. Mac Malone, 27th. Bernardo De Oliveira, 28th. Eliza Bethel comes in 31st. Bradshaw Stout, 32nd. Parker Smith, 34th. And Matt Kenseth, a playoff driver, coming in last with a DNF. Taking a look here at your playoff standings. Most importantly, taking a look at your 4 bottom. All custom drivers still in the top 8. And that has a lot to do with where they started in the playoffs with their playoff points. Matt Kenseth now, he is 16 points out of it. Brennan Poole, Matt Malone tied, but Matt Malone, he is in 8th place currently. So the next race will be a big deal. Austin Hill just 2 points out, and Sam Mayer back there. A bad race for him. Puts him second to last in the playoffs. There's the trophy. First place Xfinity Series, blah, blah, blah. Fastest lap of the race goes to us with a 15.877. Most laps led goes to us, 116 out of 150. On the move, Tony Savoy. Last to first challenge complete on accident. Tough break, Matt Kenseth, playoff driver, starts 4th, finishes last. Great news for the team. We are back into having momentum. That's a 10% speed boost. I'm going to give you guys just a quick view of this. We're still kind of screwed in the Cup Series, but if you look, we are up to 30 drivers are our friends. And honestly, Eliza Bethel about to get to that friend thing. We'd have 31 of 36 drivers being our friends and only one of those drivers being a rival. So we've gone in the right direction with our driving ever since we tried to fix things. Oh, Sammy Smith's thing is glitched out, but I don't really care. Anyway, just kind of crazy. But on the top of that, we went from, I want to say we had 14 friends in the Cup Series, and we're up to 25 now. So although we're not fixing the rival status, we're turning all of the other drivers into our friends. So there's that. Tried to do our best. Our next race will be at Las Vegas Speedway. In the playoff standings, as you just saw, it's us, Lane Tibergen, Max Koss, Bryce Egan, Eliza Bethel, John Perez, Matt Malone. Those are your custom drivers, and that's all we're going to focus on. But, folks, that is going to do it for this episode. I'd like to take a moment out to say thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please make sure you hit that like button. It took me longer to ask you than it does to actually do the action, and the help it does for me is incredible. But, folks, until next time, and, of course, as always, you take care.